Yo, it's Mike at Wade Digital. We're building the infrastructure of the singularity. This is a recording brief entitled, "It's not a chatbot, it's a staff engineer." People hear AI agent and think chatbot with extra steps. What we have is closer to a staff engineer who knows what's in the fridge and when the kids need to be picked up. This is like the 4-hour work week, except like 25 minutes. I don't people really understand what kind of leverage you can get out of these tools. The frontier models were just the beginning. But again, I'm not gonna get my grandmother to use OpenClaw the way it's set up right now. But I think that OpenClaw serves as a great starting point for like modifying it and going on to make something that's as individualized for me as it can be, at the same time while trying to figure out a workflow to make it easy for other people to do that as well. And if you talked to me like 2 weeks ago, when I first started doing this, there wasn't a lot of difference between, like a ChatGPT chat and what OpenClaw was doing. But I think the self-improvement thing, that flywheel is so fast and it's so addictive if you know how to use it. If I've done something one time, we're at the point now, the model will remember it. We'll make it a tool. We'll make it a pipeline using either LLM prompting or especially love using our local models for some of this grunt work. And then, all the way down to Python scripts and Bash scripts for some of these points. And I do it one time. It's like a cybernetic brain. And as I've wired in my old information systems like blog archives, all of the digital detritus that I've left through 25, 30 years of working in IT and writing my ideas down and publishing them in different forms. As we've started like integrating those things and indexing them into the memory, the reflection that I'm getting back from this model is becoming crazy and stuff. I think the proper response here with these AI systems is to make them to add friction into them, because otherwise that dopamine loop is going to be so much. The reward system can be so much that I think it's going to destroy some minds. That said, like, we can't stop this train. People dismiss it as, oh, I'm not a coder, or understate it. It just proves AI can follow directions. But what it actually does, vaults, pipelines, scripts, cron jobs, boring infrastructure that compounds. I built a content clipping pipeline while you were eating dinner. Transcribed a 37-minute voice memo in 90 seconds, split it into 20 notes, filled them in the... Sorry, let me try that again. Transcribed a 37-minute voice memo in 90 seconds, split it into 20 notes, filed them in the right places, and took all the action necessary to move them as far as they could go in an automated manner. Published a blog post, cross-posted it on Blue Sky and Discord. I didn't touch the deploy button at all. I said file it away, and it knew where in the vault to put it. So what's the difference between this and hiring someone? Cost, speed, availability, but also it read every word I've ever written into it. Try getting that from a contractor. Here's one more thought. If I'm just one working class dude paying $100 a month for Anthropic Claude, and I'm getting all this shit done by myself, what's happening at Anthropic? What's happening at the Frontier Labs? Like, the stuff that they got going on is probably bonkers and would scare the shit out of me. So take that for what you will. But my take on that is that if everybody's using these things to start building, then like we need to build the world that we want to see instead of sitting on the sidelines and hoping that it's all going to come out okay. what I can do is start in my house, start in my community, and start building the things there, solidarity with my neighbors that are going to protect us. And the other point too is that I'm using this thing to make as much as I can true to myself, and hoping that that is enough to steer things in the future in the right direction.